Hey guys, thanks for watching and welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about a really awesome tactical affordable knife from Kershaw. This is known as the XCOM, and it was designed after the World War II trench knife, and actually we've been using it all the way up into the Vietnam War, and it's been miniaturized and then adapted to become a folding tactical knife. So in this video I'm going to be talking about some of its specs, its key features, and then some of my personal experience with this knife and main takeaways. So don't go away, let's go ahead and dive right in. So some of the specs on this knife is that the knife blade itself is 3.6 inches. The overall length of this is 8 inches long, and it weighs 4.2 ounces. It's made out of 8 CR13 MOV blade steel, and then the handle of this is made out of a glass reinforced nylon, so similar to G10, and it has texturing on the side of this. Some of the key features of this knife is that it has a thumb disc opening, which is going to be very useful, especially if you're in a fight or flight type of mode. So if you're going to be using this for self-defense, as a self-defense tool, or as a tactical tool, one of the first things that you lose in a high-stress situation is your dexterity. So having the ability to just kind of mindlessly be able to open up your knife and use it whenever you need to is an awesome feature to have on a tactical knife. Another key feature of this knife is that it has a deep carry pocket clip. So if you're going to use this in an office environment, you're not going to have to worry about a tactical knife sticking out of your pocket. So it's going to mostly disappear in your pocket, and then until you use it, your co-workers are not going to go running screaming and setting things on fire because they're scared of this knife. And then the last key feature is the fact that it has open construction, which is going to make this a great field knife. So you're going to be able to take like a Q-tip or a rag and maybe like a little bit of oil and keep this maintained. The coating on this blade makes this a great tactical knife, so that way light doesn't reflect and give away your position to the enemy. But in a more practical situation, this is going to prevent this knife from rusting outside of the edge, which you'll need to occasionally keep oiled. And as far as my main takeaways, my main experience with this knife, so I'd probably give this knife a 4.6 stars out of 5. And the reason why I rate it so high is because this knife can more or less do everything. It can be a tactical knife, it can be an everyday carry knife, it can be a beater knife, it can do pretty much everything in between. It has really good piercing capabilities. It has a swedge right here on the top of the blade, which not only lightens the knife, but also, like I said, is just going to be great for piercing. I also really like the fact that it's easy to disengage this liner lock. So some companies, they make it too easy to disengage the liner lock or too difficult. It's very rare to see a design that's so perfect in between the two. And then it has an early lockup and then perfect blade centering as well. So a couple of things that are worth noting for some of y'all out there is that it is a tactical looking knife. So some countries, some states in the US, and even some cities are going to have issues with this looking scary looking. So there's going to be that stigma on it. And then it's made in China, so kind of keep that in mind as well if that's something that is important to you. All right guys, and the last thing I wanted to say about this knife is that it is only $27. So I'll link where I found that price in the description box down below if you want to check it out. But yeah, I think this knife can fill a lot of different roles. So whether that be a tactical knife or a field knife or just a practical everyday carry knife or a beater knife, this knife I think can do that job. It's made from a company that is a very well regarded company, being Kershaw, and it's kind of a timeless design or sort of a twist on a timeless design. So I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comment section. Is this a knife that you're interested in? Why or why not? Let me know in that comment section down below. And just remember that it pays to be prepared. God bless.